Bozoma Saint John and Dorit Kemsley were close during Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 14. When Dorit needed a shoulder to lean on throughout her separation from PK Kemsley, Bozoma was there. And when Bozoma needed lengthy stories to listen to, Dorit came in clutch. RHOBH Season 14 wrapped several months ago, but these two remain as close as ever. So close that Bozoma would now hire Dorit, should Dorit need a new gig. Bozoma Saint John would also invest in Erika Jayne. Recently, Bozoma sat for a chat on Aspire with Emma Grade. During this interview, Emma asked, "Who do you think is the best businesswoman on Housewives?" Sighing, Bozoma admitted that this question was a hard one for her to answer. "Because I'm looking at it not in terms of what they have done that would make them succeed, but if I would hire them," she explained. "So who would Boz hire?" "I would hire Dorit probably first," she answered, "because she's the kind who will get obsessed and will become very passionate about the thing. Like if she believes in it, she's not letting it go. I love that," she clarified. And when Emma next asked which Housewives star she would invest in today, if invited, Bozoma replied, "It would be Erika Jayne." Without missing a beat, Emma said, "Facts," as Bozoma further stressed that Erika was an easy pick for this question. Since filming on RHOBH Season 15 is currently underway, it feels safe to assume that these three women will once again present as a united front on their cast. The morning sun, filtered through the oversized windows of a Beverly Hills cafe, cast a warm golden glow on the two women. Bozoma Saint John, with her impeccable posture and a mind that was always 3 steps ahead, sipped her green juice. Opposite her, Dorit Kemsley, a vision in a perfectly tailored blazer and sunglasses, so large they seemed to hold the secrets of the universe, fidgeted with the sugar packet she hadn't added to her coffee. The sugar wasn't for her. It was a habit, a nervous tick of a woman whose life had recently been turned upside down and was now, slowly, painstakingly, being put back together. "He called again," Dorit said, not looking up. "PK?" Bozoma's voice was as smooth and reassuring as the silk lining of a coucher jacket. Dorit nodded, finally meeting Bozoma's steady gaze. "He wants to talk about the separation. The terms, I don't know what to do, Boz." For months, their friendship had been an anchor for Dorit. Since the cameras had wrapped on Season 14, Bozoma had been the constant, a shoulder to lean on that was strong enough to support not just emotional weight, but the weight of an entire uncertain future. Bozoma had listened to the lengthy stories, the anxieties about finances, the fear of starting over. But this was different. This was the precipice. "What do you want to do, Dorit?" Bozoma asked, her tone shifting from a friend's comfort to a mentor's challenge. "I want to be me again, not just PK's wife. I want to build something mine, but with everything, the separation, the business, the kids, it all feels so big. I feel like I'm standing at the base of a mountain I have to climb, but I don't even have my climbing shoes on." Bozoma smiled, a hint of steel in her eyes. "Good, because I do." A few weeks later, the world was buzzing about Bozoma's interview on Aspire with Emma Grade. Bozoma hadn't given the questions much thought beforehand. She was a master of improvisation, her authenticity her greatest asset. But when Emma asked about the best businesswoman on Housewives, Bozoma felt the shift. It wasn't about who had the biggest bank account or the most successful brand. It was about who had the fire. Bozoma leaned into the microphone, a thoughtful frown creasing her brow. She wasn't just giving a soundbite. She was mentally scrolling through a Rolodex of personalities, looking for that one spark. "I would hire Dorit probably first," she said, and the words felt right. "Because she's the kind who will get obsessed and will become very passionate about the thing. Like if she believes in it, she's not letting it go. I love that." She saw in Dorit not just a woman who loved fashion, but a woman who was a connoisseur of it. The way she agonized over a single button, the way she could identify a specific shade of indigo from across a room, that wasn't just a love of luxury. That was a deep, unyielding passion for detail. Bozoma knew that if Dorit could channel that obsessive energy into a project, she would be unstoppable. She wouldn't just design a product, she would live and breathe it until it was perfect. That was a quality you couldn't teach, you had to have it. The second question was just as insightful. Which Housewives star would you invest in today, if invited? The answer came to her even faster. It would be Erika Jayne. The surprise was audible, even on the professionally sanitized soundstage. Erika Jayne, the woman known for her music, her glamour, her public battles, but Emma's response, a simple, knowing facts, confirmed that they saw the same thing. Bozoma elaborated, Erika is a force. She has an unwavering belief in herself and her brand. She's been through it all, and she's still standing. She knows what it means to build an identity from the ground up and defend it fiercely. That's not just a brand, that's a fortress. Bozoma wasn't looking at Erika the celebrity. She was looking at Erika the strategist. The woman who had built the persona of Erika Jayne from scratch, every detail curated, every move calculated. That took a mind for business, a relentless drive, and an understanding of the market that went beyond a simple product. That was an investment in a brand, yes, but more importantly, it was an investment in an impenetrable will. The interview went viral. Dorit called Bozoma almost immediately, her voice a mix of awe and a kind of fierce hope. You really meant that? Every word, Bozoma said. Now, put on your climbing shoes. We're going to build that mountain together. The plan started simply enough. A dinner at Bozoma's home, a quiet, intimate affair where they could speak freely, away from the prying eyes and cameras of their world. Dorit arrived first, a portfolio of sketches tucked under her arm. Erika came in a sleek, all-black outfit, her demeanor cool and collected, a silent observer taking in every detail of the room. Bozoma laid out her vision. I've been thinking about what's next. The market is saturated with celebrity brands. What's missing is something that feels timeless. Something that is an experience, not just a product. Dorit's eyes lit up, like a lifestyle brand. But what kind of lifestyle? We have to be specific. We have to create a desire for a life people want to live. Exactly, Bozoma said. And what do we all have in common? We understand the art of the presentation, the spectacle. Erika, you've built an empire on that principle. Erika, who had been silent until then, finally spoke, her voice low and deliberate. The presentation is nothing without the foundation. It's not about the smoke and mirrors. It's about what you're willing to put in and day out, to make sure the illusion holds up. That's the real work, the logistics. And just like that, the partnership was born. Bozoma, the visionary and investor, provided the capital and the strategic oversight. Dorit, the creative director, was a whirlwind of ideas, sketches, and mood boards for a line of high-end home goods. Erika, the unexpected chief of operations, was the silent, steady hand, creating business plans, negotiating with manufacturers, and meticulously planning the brand's launch. She had an uncanny ability to spot a loophole or an inefficiency, a remnant of a life lived on the razor's edge of public scrutiny. Their first challenge was the name. Dorit wanted something elegant, something that whispered luxury. Erika wanted something strong, something with a punch. Bozoma, ever the mediator, proposed something that blended both. After weeks of back and forth, they settled on Fortress and Flourish, a testament to Erika's strength and Dorit's love of beauty. The product was a line of luxury candles, but not just any candles. Dorit insisted on custom-made ceramics from Italy, each one a unique work of art. She obsessed over the wicks, the scent profiles, the packaging. She would call Bozoma at 3 a.m. to describe a scent combination she had dreamed up, fig and vetiver, but with a hint of sea salt, like a summer evening in the Mediterranean. Bozoma would listen patiently, a smile on her face, knowing that this was the obsession she had banked on. Erica, meanwhile, was the one who found a small, family-owned factory in France that could produce their wax to exact specifications, a quality control measure that others in the industry would have deemed unnecessary. She was the one who meticulously charted their marketing strategy, ensuring that every social media post, every press release, was carefully timed and executed. The first conflict came from a source they hadn't anticipated: a competitor. A well-established home goods company, hearing rumors of their venture, launched a similar line of candles, seemingly designed to preempt their entry into the market. "They're trying to copy us," Dorit fumed, holding up a sleek black box from a competitor's ad. The audacity! Bozoma, ever calm, looked at the ad and then at Erica. "What do we do?" Erica didn't even flinch. "We don't react. We don't change our plans. We double down on our story. Their candles are a product. Ours are a narrative.